Well, last week was one of the best weeks of my life. So, first off, let me start out with a major announcement. I'm making a game, and you can try it out right now. It's a point-and-click adventure game, and my approach to it was to make a playable teaser out of about the first 2 minutes, and then to polish it to absolute completion. Because of this, I've now done every single part of the game's development process. Now, granted, it's a point-and-click game, which is up there with the absolute simplest types of games in terms of technicality, and this teaser is incredibly short. But from now on, whenever I'm making a point-and-click game, I'll know how to do more or less everything that I need to. And that's the part of amateur game design that's the real test of your dedication. Knowing what I do now about the engine I'm using, Blade Coder Adventure Engine, I could have made this entire teaser in about 3 days. It took much longer than that simply because I was learning. Anyways, the game is called Silver Smoke, and before I lose you, let me go ahead and let you know that if you want to try out this teaser, you can download it via the Google Drive link in the description. I'd love to hear what you think. All the music, graphics, and everything else except the engine itself was done by me, with the technical support of the lovely Rafael Garcia, the creator of the engine. I won't be showing footage of the game in this video to avoid spoilers. This was an emotionally devastating experience. I genuinely felt like crying from time to time when I could picture the exact code that I wanted an object to host in my head, but it naturally wasn't that simple. Figuring out how to actually get objects to do what I want them to was a constant uphill battle, trying to learn all about how this engine worked. It's a fantastic engine. The fact that I made all of this in the span of 2 weeks with limited computer knowledge is testament to that, but that doesn't mean that there isn't a learning curve at all. For instance, half of the textures are about 16 times larger than they need to be, although the final size of the game is still super small. I had to learn how to come up with musical riffs that fit the mood of my scenes and don't just sound bluesy all the time. I had to learn how to read the debug console when about 12 times a day I would break something and need to scan the crash log for whatever the issue was. I needed to learn about sprite sheets and get a general understanding of how they work and why they're used, and I had to learn a bit about pixel art. I think the visuals actually look pretty good, but I'm sure that by the time I'm done with the full game, the pixel art in this teaser will make me cringe. So, anyways, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'll probably be doing an episodic format for the rest of the game. Total playtime will be about 2 or 3 hours if I had to guess. I guess that, depending on the response to the first episode, I'll decide whether or not I want to charge for the full game, but it sure as hell won't be more than $5. Anyways, this is a game concept that's super important to me, so while I don't want to make any promises, I'm going to do whatever it takes to finish this thing to completion. A couple more things I want to mention. Besides the fact that I made this teaser, my first ever quote-unquote completed game project, and that the playtesters have responded to it well, some more incredible stuff has happened this week. The last time we spoke candidly about the channel like this only 2 months ago, I was at a little over 500 subscribers. Thanks to a slight shift towards more eye-catching titles, my Metal Gear Solid 4 video finally got picked up by the algorithm a couple weeks after it came out. My most viewed video at the time was Metal Gear Solid 2 Subjective Truths. It was at about 3,000 views. Well, since then, my Metal Gear Solid 4 video has gotten to over 15,000 views. Not only that, but it's also my first video to get 1,000 likes. Well, needless to say, with all those views came a huge boost in subscribers, and I'm pretty certain that by the time this video goes up, I'll have hit 1,000. So, as you can tell from my different outfit, I'm recording this at a separate time. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. And right now I'm speaking completely candidly with no script or anything. I just cannot believe that this happened. I knew it was coming, naturally. I was at 990 something all day. But to actually see quadruple digits on my subscriber count, it just is absolutely incredible. And I can't thank you guys enough. You've utterly changed my life. You've made something out of me. And I just love you guys so much. Anyways, for the 1,000 subscribers thing, I had a couple things I wanted to announce. I already got the game and all of that in this video, I guess. But I was hoping we could do a sort of fan event. I hate using that word fan because, you're people, you're not fans. But I was thinking we could all get together on the Discord and play some Zombie Panic and maybe some other source mods. So if you want to get in on that, all you have to do is just join the Discord. I'll put a link first thing in the description for you. And sorry if it sounds like I'm trying to show my Discord. But, yeah, you can get in there, and from there we can figure out a time. I'll post something in the announcements. I would love to stream it, but my internet is just way too crappy for that. Anyways, no jump cuts this time, just because I want to show that it really is completely genuine. I mean, I was just outside practically in tears. And anyways, I hope to see you all on the Discord. If you have any other free source mods you'd like to suggest that we do, then I'd love to hear what you have to say. I think Zombie Panic will be a great choice. It supports big player counts and all of that. And maybe some Fistful of Frags or No More Room in Hell. Who knows? There's all sorts of fun source mods we could play, and I'm gonna record the whole thing, of course, and cut it up and do a nice little compilation clip. So bring your best jokes and all that stuff. Thank you guys so much. And one other thing I completely forgot to announce in my excitement. This one is a little bit of a sad thing, not happy like hitting 1,000 subs or doing a get together and playing some Zombie Panic. I'm gonna be opening up a Patreon, and of course you guys have no obligation. It's not gonna slow down or speed up my work in any way. But I am having a little bit of trouble thinking of tiers or anything like that. It's just I don't feel like it's right to sort of create a walled garden or anything like that. I don't want to do something like that where the people who aren't donating feel like they're missing out. So just for some simple stuff, a lot of my videos are finished, a day or two early. I mean, this video is early, hence I have to, add an extra recording for the 1,000 sub milestone. So they're up on YouTube days in advance, sometimes even a week in advance. And I was thinking one of the tiers could be you guys could just get early access to those videos. They still go up on Monday for everyone else, but if and when I do finish a video early, you guys will get to see it first. And then naturally it'll just be basic stuff on top of that, like a private Discord channel, just, for us to talk more one-on-one than you can in public. And, sometimes I flake out on responding to people in the general chat room on the Discord, but, I'll be on my A game here. Anything you want to ask or play something or anything like that, I'm there. And yeah, I mean, again, I don't need your money or anything like that. It's just, things have been a little bit tricky lately. I'm safe, I'm fine, I'm in a good home, I got food and all of that. But on top of that, it's just almost me wanting to prove something to myself, that I can make money doing this. I know I'm only at 1,000 subs, and it seems sort of like I'm jumping the gun a bit, already opening a Patreon. But I figure why not? If nothing else, it'll be a fun experiment. Anyways, thank you. Just look at this graph. It's uncanny. This first spike was from my Big Lebowski video that did pretty well on Reddit True Film. A whole 15 subscribers in one day. It was crazy. Then we got a little bit of long-term success with that MGS2 video. No sudden spikes on the analytics, but the fact that this only just got demoted to my second most viewed video over a year later goes to show that a lot of you guys discovered me from that video. Then I remade my very first video on Prey with much higher production values. Just look at the difference between these outro cards. And that got me almost 50 subs in the span of 2 days, and it was utterly mind-blowing. Well, now, thanks to that Metal Gear Solid 4 video being smiled upon by the algorithm, I had an utterly insane boost to the channel. I got over 350 subs in the span of 4 days. There were times when I was posting 100 subscriber milestone announcements on the Discord server literally back to back, with less than a day in between them. I've never experienced anything like that, and it's probably the most humbling thing I've ever experienced. So now, between that and the playable teaser, that week was already a shoo-in for one of the best weeks of my life, but then fate had to take it a step further. I got my first interview for a writing job at a gaming website. I won't go into it yet because there's still a lot to figure out, and I'll still need to get a proper job as a barista or something to put bread on the table, but the thought that making money off of my writing is finally in my grasp is just, well, I'll put it this way, it's my dream come true. My main goals in life right now are to make this YouTube channel the largest, most renowned channel that such niche subject matter can be hosted on, and I want to create video games, and I want to make money writing about video games. These are all things that I've been dreaming about for 5 years or more, and suddenly in the span of 1 week, I made major progress on all of those goals. I firmly believe that if a career path is something you really should be doing with your life, then even the steps to get there will be fun and rewarding for you. And YouTube and making this game has certainly been that. But to know that I really am on the right track to make my dreams come true, well, it's given me a lot of security and assurance that I'll die a fulfilled man. At the end of the day, all of this is owed to you guys. I sure as hell wouldn't have gotten a writing job if it weren't for the success of this channel, and I sure as hell wouldn't have had the motivation to make a playable teaser for this game if I didn't have you all to share it with. And the fact that we're probably going to be at 1,000 subscribers by the time I upload this is just icing on this celebratory cake. When we do hit 1,000 subs, whether it's before or after this video goes up, I'll have a couple other things to announce for that, so I'll keep that out of this video to avoid an egg on my face. But rest assured, if it wasn't for you guys, I'd be absolutely nothing. I love you guys.